Welcome everyone. Welcome back to Pilgrim Piper, your friend Pat here. I thought it might be kind of cool, kind of interesting to give you a little tour of my home study, my prayer area. You may enjoy. A lot of things in here have some sentimental values. My computer desk here. Well, look, let's start with this. This book here, the Navarre Genesis, is a book that was put together by my wife's brother, Barry Navarre. He was doing the genealogy of the Navarre family, my wife's maiden name, and it took him all over France, made some visits, and traced back some ancestry, and met some distant cousins who live in Paris, and we've got to meet them. Very interesting book. I'm proud of him for it. I'm very proud to have the book. This section of my bookcase is a lot of history of the Acadian people from Nova Scotia, and when they made their way down to Louisiana. You'll see right there that little block, rosin block, belonged to my grandfather when he was playing his fiddle. Some philosophy books, local author, one of them, not the philosopher, but Ernest Gaines. He just recently died. He was from nearby Lafayette, Louisiana. Old picture of my son there when he was playing football. And right there, that's probably familiar to a bunch of you, the General Lee model car, TV show from the late 1970s, early 1980s, and on the hood there, John Schneider actually autographed that for me. And there you see legendary wrestler, the Junkyard Dog. Let me tell you something, Risa. If that doesn't sound familiar, then you probably didn't grow up watching Mid-South Wrestling. But if you did, let me know. You'll see Starsky and Hutch car there, and Evel Knievel. A reminder from my wife, love you more, in which today is our 34th wedding anniversary. A couple mementos. And this sketch up here is pretty cool. From left to right, Daniel Gale from Toledo, Ohio, playing violin. Now deceased, Pepe Carmelo playing accordion from Church Point, Louisiana. Pat Pillerin from Rain, Louisiana, playing the drums. Brett Denias from Milton, Louisiana, playing the bass guitar. And that sketch there was done one Sunday when we were playing music at McGee's Landing on the Atchafalaya Basin. And there was an artist, Patrick Grimm from Illinois, I believe, that was sitting down listening to us play and sketching our picture at the same time. And he gave me that. And everybody's got a copy. That's an old picture from around 1983 with my grandparents and some of my cousins. Yeah, so I got a lot of different books. I like a few different reading subjects. John Maxwell. A lot of John Maxwell books right here. And some political opinions from both sides of the aisle. And I've come to learn that they're both full of shit. Yes, you heard it here on lot of civil rights era type stuff I like as well. And moving in right here, everything you're going to see on this shelf is going to be spirituality, history of the Catholic Church, a lot of books by Father Robert Spitzer, Dr. Brant Petrie, Dr. Scott Hahn. And also, like Bishop Fulton Sheen, I have quite a few of his writings. Abolishing abortion. I think we have to abolish confusion of the heart before we can abolish abortion. And these Latin dictionary, I found that at an antique store across from a Jesuit college in Grand Coteau, Louisiana, with a couple of these other books here. It's pretty interesting. There's my globe. I talked about my globe already on one of my initial videos and how I came into it. And then right here, going back to the Acadian expulsion from Nova Scotia, this shows the history, the routes, and the years. And this is all in French on this side. I elected to put the French side facing on purpose. If I feel like it, I could turn it around and have the English, but it just wouldn't mean the same. A couple pictures depicting the expulsion. It took place in 1755 was the beginning. Very sad story of ethnic cleansing. And then a little bit of Woodford Reserve. I haven't opened up yet because I'm still working on a bottle of Jefferson's Ocean aged at sea. My rack of pipes. My favorite pipe isn't up there at the moment, which is one by Eric Weaver at Sea Smoke Pipes, excuse me. You see a lot of my Missouri Meerschaum cobs. This one right here in particular, it's about a 9-inch church warden or semi-church warden made by Neil Monier from California. And this one is a Calabrese I picked up from Mark with Tobacco Pipes International. And then these last three are some Boswells. This last one right here is really pristine because I bought it for my son and he's yet to smoke it, and it's a few years old. And he's running out of opportunities before Dad gets it. So I love to sit in here and listen to music and read. My accordion, which I believe I told you a little bit about it, was made by a friend of mine from Ragley, Louisiana, Ove Veroni. He has also died a tragic death on a motorcycle some years ago. Belizaire the Cajun, great movie from 1986. A lot of local Cajun folklore. It's a very good story. I'm biased probably, and that's okay. But Armand Assante, why is his name so familiar to it? Because you've heard a reference of it in a very popular Christmas movie. Let's see if you can drop a comment and remember. Great movie, great soundtrack. My chair. I love to sit in my chair and read, think, sip some bourbon. This chair is pretty special to me. A friend of mine whose mother passed away a few years ago, he knew that I was looking for a chair for the study, so he offered it to me, and I was happy to take it. And so here's a piece that I just picked up recently. I guess it would be called a curio. I'm not too sure. I love the sound of my old ticking clock here. Old looking anyway. Old looking portrait right there. Just something that was cool, and some reminders of the Holy Family, especially at this Advent time as we begin. So what I did, I took all my tobacco and I moved it into this curio, or at least most of it. I did end up purging some tobacco, but and it also, as you can tell, is gonna second as a liquor cabinet until I can do something better. And I just love the smell of this after it's closed up for a while. I've got some unopened tins of Fusilier ration, which Fusilier is my mother's married name at the moment. Consummate Gentleman, which I haven't opened yet because I'm still working on some Artisan's Blend. We've got unopened tin of Three Nuns. Got some of that figgy pudding from the Country Squire. I need to transfer it to a jar. You see back there some Father Dempsey. See some plum pudding hidden back there. A lot of Boswell blends. A lot of blends from the Gatlinburger as well. This right here is a tamper that I made myself on my wood lathe. The two ends are different sizes. It's good enough for me. One day, when I get a little bit better, I'd like to make a few and give them away, folks who may want them. An open bottle of Weller, someone just passed on to me. Some Pennsylvania Dutch Treat. Cades Cove Cavendish from the Gatlinburger. Great aromatic, mild. Great for someone just starting and trying it out. Some Jefferson's Ocean, Four Roses, Tennessee Shine. Yeah, so you see my Christmas tree there through the window. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. You know, I'd be curious to see everyone else's as well. I love to read and love to sip. So if anyone would like to show theirs, I'd love to see it as well. Peaceful days to all of you. Be of service. We'll talk again. Bye-bye. Au revoir, mes amis.